You know what, man? Before we get into the pod, man, I want to thank everybody, man. I want to thank everybody that show up and show love every motherfucking week that I do this shit. You feel me, man? Why? Man, last week I asked everybody to get, me and Spiff to, 60 subs on YouTube. And we got there, man. So I appreciate y'all, man. And all I ask now is that y'all tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a hoe to get us to 70, man. Let's get to 70. We're gonna gradually get there, man. We're gonna gradually get there to the point where as a nigga can make, at least a quarter off this YouTube shit. At least make a quarter off this bitch, you feel me? But before we jump ahead, man, let's just take it one step at a time, man. I appreciate y'all, man, for getting us to 60 subs on YouTube. Let's get up to 70. And then, sky's the limit from there, man. As well, too, I'm going to start posting this shit on Facebook, too. We got the Drug Table Talk podcast, like Facebook, like group, like little page and shit like that. I'm going to start posting, the visuals on there as well, too. So for my Facebook people, that's tapped in, man, make sure y'all, subscribe to the YouTube and subscribe to the, to the podcast on your favorite, podcast app, man. But yeah, man. But as always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, or whenever the fuck y'all niggas like to watch and listen to this. I'm Meech, and I welcome all 17 of y'all back to the Drug Table Talk podcast with Meech and Spiff. Remember, we don't sell drugs, we sell knowledge and slang game, man. Welcome, y'all, man. I couldn't do this shit without y'all, man. And we back with another little potty pod, man. We back with another little potty pod. I gotta say it like 3-4 times on my Dr. Umar shit. We back with another little potty pod, you feel me? And to keep it a whole bean with y'all, man, I was probably sitting over here in this spot for probably about an hour. And, for the first time listeners or the niggas that don't give a fuck and just like kind of just play this shit in the background, like I always, as of recent, because, every Sunday, I would get up, head over to Spiff crib, we'll record the pod, kind of kick it at his shit, kind of shoot the shit, do whatever, boom, whatever. But as of, the last few weeks or whatever, Spiff and Solo, they done, took their talents to South Beach, as they would say. But no, my niggas, they went down there and moved down to the A and shit, you feel me? So, as of recent, it's not something that I've just started doing. I always did this. However, had to change up my routine a little bit. Because I done told y'all before, like, on Saturdays, I like to take my son to go see his grandparents, my parents, or whatever. And then afterwards, we go down, ride around downtown, let him go see some sundress booties and shit, let him go see some bitches or whatever. Don't tell his mama, that's between me and y'all, you feel me? Let him see the bitches and shit, roll his window down so he can peek his head out, you feel me? And then as we ride downtown through like the Riverwalk area, all types of like ghetto little back corner, back alley types of little situations and shit, you feel me? I like to take them down like Jefferson and shit. Take them by like the water with the big ass cribs and shit like that. And so by that time, get back home, he's tired. Try to lay him down and get ready for bed. But that's all a type like daddy shit, you feel me? But since Spiff and Solo has moved away, I still, even though I take my son, through that through downtown and going through Jefferson, seeing the water, seeing the big ass multi-million-dollar cribs and shit, I still on Sundays just take a moment for myself. And I ride through there by myself. I ain't gonna lie, man. I pull up in that shit. I pull up in nigga shit. I pull up in a nigga driveway, like as I'm going home, you feel me? But I pull up a nigga shit, ride around they shit, you know, back up in somebody's driveway, you know, because I envision myself, you know, having, you know, some shit like that, having a crib like that, you feel me? And when I'm riding by and I'm seeing motherfuckers out there, you know, in they motherfucking little yachties, you know, little boats, you feel me? Even they big yachties and shit, you feel me? Motherfuckers on their ski-doos having fun. You know, they be on their boats and they be having some type of like little shit that be out in the water. They be laid out in that bitch like it's a, I don't know what the fuck they call it. But I envision myself as that's where I want to be. That's what I strive to get to one day. And it's like a constant reminder. Like, I gotta go out there, you know, at least twice a week, just so I can just remind myself of what is the goal and what I'm trying to accomplish. Hopefully, you know, with y'all help, man, I can get to that one day. Hopefully, man. So, to help me reach my goal, and the sooner I can get to my goal and, you know, find a better way to, you know, to get this message out, man, I want to go back and help everybody that helped me along the way. So if you haven't already, man, make sure you go down in the description below, man, and hit the donation, man. Leave your man's a donation, man, because I want to take this and, you know, take it to another level. You know, I want to produce better content for y'all. I want to show y'all things. I want to produce things. I want to just give y'all a all-around better experience when it comes to this. So I'm not asking for much, but if you could, you know, just leave your man's $1. Leave a little donation for a little slug or something, man. Help me, help you. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all, man. You know, I ain't forcing nobody to do anything they ain't want to, but, you know, if you fuck with me, go ahead, leave your man's a little donation, man. And shout out to everybody that has left donations, man. You know, I'm forever grateful. Forever grateful. Because, you know, y'all didn't have to do that, man. But it's funny, as I was sitting down here and just in my little recording spot in the back of the mall or whatever, and it's not something that I've just noticed, but it's just been kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? I ain't even really trying to say no big ass word or whatever. It just, something that I've just noticed about myself is that gradually, fucking flying this bitch, but it's something that I've gradually noticed about myself is that I'm growing, I'm evolving. I'm not the same Meechy I was a year ago, 2 years ago, 5 years ago, even 10 minutes ago. I'm constantly evolving. And it's funny I say that because I was over at my people's crib yesterday, and my mom was telling me, she was like, yeah, man, the guy next door from grandma and Richard across the street, man, Richard and up the strigger deal and shot at this man. I'm like, what? Mind you, little backstory about Richard. This nigga's old as dog shit. Richard is like in his 80s, you feel me? And I asked Mom, I was like, cause I never met the guy that lives next door to my grandmother. However, I asked my mom, I was like, how old is Doggy Bone? She was like, oh, Greg? Yeah, Greg is probably like in his 30s, maybe 40s. I was like, ooh. I ain't gonna lie, man. Richard would've got his shit blown. I ain't gonna lie. Old niggas can get it too. I ain't gonna lie, cuz. I'm gonna keep it a whole bean with y'all. Richard could've got did out there, man. But before I throw my 2 cents in, let me finish the story for y'all. My mom was telling me that my grandmother was in her house preparing a delectable meal. I'm sure, cause my grandma, she does her thing. You feel me? No cap. My grandma says she heard a loud commotion and heard a lot of fussing and cussing and shit outside, and she go out and the 2 guys, they out there, having a verbal dispute, a tongue lashing. My mom goes on to tell me more that Richard, the old gentleman, was dumping his trash in front of this young man's house. Mind you, Richard stayed across the street and like some houses down. And the way that my mom explained it to me, this guy Greg lives, on the other side of the street, a couple houses down. So it's like Richard is going out of his way to like just dump trash in front of this man's house. Very disrespectfully, that I might add. So Greg got tired of it. Greg approached the gentleman and was like, "Yo, my nigga, you can't keep dumping your motherfucking you feel me? Your trash in front of my crib, my dog. Come on, man. What type of time you on?" As my mother goes on to tell me this story, that this has been going on for quite a while now. Richard has been threatening to shoot this man for the longest, and I guess the shit just kind of boiled to the surface. So Richard upstream. He sure did. Old ass man. Up the Strigadil on my dog, man. Up that bitch. Boom! Shot past this man, head grazed him, by the way. Thank God that nigga didn't get hit. Grazed this man with a bullet. So by this time, my mom goes on to, further tell the story. At this point, they down on the ground. My grandmother goes outside and see these guys wrestling and fussing and tussling, and my mom goes on to explain that my uncle just so happened to, kind of be cruising down the street and see the men out there wrestling and tussling and this, that, and the third. And, before my uncle can get out the car, he noticed that, they wrestling, they tussling. They got the gun. The gun is in Richard's hand still, and they down there on the ground and fighting and doing whatever. So my uncle, he's still in the car. telling my grandmother, like, to go back in the house. Man, dude, this ain't something that you want to see, grandmother. This ain't nothing that you want to see. One thing led to another. Greg, gets the upper hand, man. As they wrestling and tussling with the gun and shit, he gets my man's hand and puts the gun up to his head and was like, "Yo, if you want to shoot something, shoot this." Meaning shoot himself. One thing led to another, man. My mom goes on to tell the story as they tussling on the ground or whatever. The garbage truck man, sees what's going on and, just kindly walks over, kicks the gun out of my man's hand, and one thing led to another. Police get called, police get involved or whatever. So I goes on to ask my mother, I'm like, so what happened? Did Richard go to jail? What happened? She said the ambulance came and shit, you feel me? And they took him away. This whole ass nigga know he seen me in this bitch recording, dog. Carry on. So, My mother goes on to explain that the ambulance comes. They try to treat the men, for their wounds or whatever. Everybody, not saying shit or, this, that, and the third or whatever. The police, take Richard and, first, they, take the old gentleman to the hospital first to treat him for his wounds. And then, one thing leads to another. They arrest him. However, this guy is free out on the streets. So after the smoke clears and all the commotion dies down, the police goes to question my grandmother. Like, what did you see? What happened? What's going on? What led to these events? And, my grandma, she's solid, man. She an OG, triple OG, from the Mac and B Wick area, you feel me? Kizzy. That type shit, you feel me, cuz? And she like, I ain't hear nothing, I ain't see nothing, I don't even know what the fuck going on. I don't know what the hell going on. They question my uncle. I don't know nothing. I know nothing. I don't speak no English. I don't speak no English. I don't know nothing. I don't talk to the federales, you feel me? As my mom was telling me this, I'm like, shit. Get this motherfucking menace off the streets. Man, if that was me, and I'm out there, and I know this guy done up streets and been threatening to blow my nigga Greg shit for the longest, I'm telling, get this menace off the streets. Get him off the streets. But that just lets y'all niggas know that the same Meechy I was before ain't the same Meechy I am today. If anything, I probably would have been out there like, yeah, get down with him. Blow that nigga shit. Nah, man. What motherfuckers gotta realize is that if that bullet would have went elsewhere but past my man's head, my grandmother out there being nosy, trying to see what the fuck is going on. What if that bullet would have struck her in that direction? Let alone what it would have been my grandmother. Well, I'm sorry, my great-grandmother that lived in the same household with my grandma. My great-grandmother, big religious. Don't be shooting no pistols while my grandma having Bible study, my nigga. Get this fucking menace off the streets, dog. Like I told my mother, man, they ain't give a fuck about Bill Cosby and put his old ass in jail. Put that nigga in jail too. Cause one thing I don't tolerate is foolishness, man. It doesn't necessarily have to be an old man, in jail. However, there has to be consequences for your actions. Where's his family at that's watching over him? Because obviously he ain't fit to be by himself. As I tell anybody, I ain't one of these niggas that's out here shoot 'em up, bang, bang, about to be on some gangster shit. I am a father first of all. I am a father first before anything. I am a father first, my nigga. I'm a motherfucking civilian at the end of the day, my nigga. Now, I get out here and get gangster with a nigga if I needs to. If niggas want to really take it there, but, man, nigga, I'm trying to go home. I'm going to protect myself at the end of the day, but I'm trying to go home, cuz. I'm trying to go home. Get this fucking menace off the streets, dog. Come on, man. I hate to say it, man. Something would have happened to Grandma. Richard would have got smoked. I hate to do it, but I had to do it to him. I would have to. Get this man up off the streets, man. Like, this shit is all fun and games. This shit is funny and shit is comical when my mom was telling me the stories and my grandma being a solid OG as she is. Love you, Grandma. Because I know you probably gonna watch this. But Get these people off the streets. Get this man in some type of assisted living facility. Get this man up off the streets, because I don't need none of that bullshit around my people. And as I proceed with the story, my mom later on tells me that Richard is out. He's back at home. He's still living his day-to-day life. And that shit is scary, because who's to say that he won't do this again? Who's to say that this situation won't happen again? Not a dude next door. Next door, Greg. Now, he's constantly on the defense now. Now it's to the point whereas when he go outside, or if he see this gentleman, he better make sure he got his shit on him, because we know Richard got his shit. Now it's like constantly you looking over your shoulder. Richard might come over there and just try to get my man's a hug and a kumbaya, and he might just up the shit and blow dog, because you never know what a motherfucker's intentions are now. It went from a verbal dispute to a nigga getting grazed by a gun. By a bullet, I should say. But let me know, man. Let me know. Am I wrong? Am I wrong to feel this way? Let me know down in the comments, man. If somebody is on your grandmother's block, or your family block, or your people's block, whatever, thumping shit, you see what the fuck is going on. What you doing, cuz? Let me know. Because I would hate to get the call and say, yeah, man, grandma got hit by a stray bullet, or great grandma got hit by a stray bullet because of some dumbass nigga across the street thinking he motherfucking in the wild, wild west, you feel me? But don't let me rub my judgment off on y'all, man. Let me know what y'all niggas think. What would you do? You feel me? I'm changed, man. I'm different, man. I'm not the same Meechy, cuz. I'm not the same Meechy, my nigga. I'm not. The same Meechy that used to get on all that ghetto shit. That ain't the same guy. I'm not the same guy no more, man. I'm not. I've learned to give people their motherfucking space and grace, my nigga. I no longer have judgments against people. Do your thing. Whatever makes you happy, my nigga, do your motherfucking thing, cuz. If a nigga wanna go down there and do all that wild ghetto shit, let that shit happen over there. Let him go fuck his people shit up. Don't come around here fucking my people shit up. Do that shit way down there. There's so many people that just so motherfucking judgmental when it comes like everything, man. That's why I just say, man, I just give people their space and grace, my nigga. Whatever the fuck you do down there, let that be down there, my nigga. As many times me and Spiff and Solo and anybody that we have featured on this motherfucker, shout out to Marvelous, my cousin, man, that's been on this bitch a few times and shit, you feel me? Excuse me, man. Let me take a little sip of water real quick. As many times when I talked about the Onlyfans bitches, man, it's only right that I address that shit while I'm here with y'all. And for my YouTube people and my Facebook people that's watching this, man, make sure y'all go ahead and subscribe to the podcast so y'all can, hear the podcast in its entirety. But as always, man, if you want to, like I just said, man, you want to listen to that whole shit, man, make sure y'all subscribe to the Drug Table Talk podcast with Meech and Spiff. And we're going to break this down a little bit further on the pod.